One that says, just stay on this road, there's no other way. But that road keeps leading you into traffic jams. The moment you realize you're following an old map, you can update it. Suddenly, there's a faster, smoother path, one that you couldn't see before. Hi, this is Kate from Align Natural Health, and this is a situation that I can definitely resonate with from my past. There was a time through my MS journey where I thought that there was only one way to do things. I thought medicine was the key. And if I wasn't getting better, it's because I wasn't being a good enough patient or I wasn't doing something to support how medicine could actually help me. And what I didn't recognize at the time was that there was a lot of other stuff that I could do for myself, for my body, and also having an awareness of what is my illness actually trying to tell me. I've been reading a book. I was reading a book actually with my spouse yesterday by Adriana James, who's the wife of Tad James, who is a pretty big name when it comes to the hypnosis and NLP space. And she was talking about values and just how all of us have values that we live in, and there's actually 8 different values levels that we go throughout the process of our life. Some people are aiming for level 8, some aren't, but the whole concept that she was talking about that really landed with me was an understanding from a hypnosis perspective that ultimately the unconscious mind controls the body. If you think of the body, it's a servo mechanism, which means that it's the mind gives instructions, the body follows. And when we think of health stuff or critical illness or health problems that keep coming back, like the chronic stuff that shows up over and over again, the mind is telling the body to do what it's doing for some reason. And often the unconscious mind's main directive throughout its existence, throughout our existence, is to keep us safe, to make sure that we wake up tomorrow. So if waking up tomorrow, if doing what you did today guarantees that you will wake up tomorrow, you may do the same things over and over and over again, even if they're actually not serving you to the best that's possible. But to the unconscious, it's safe. You did that yesterday and you woke up today. So it's a sure way. So at the same time, what she said in the book was that the unconscious mind programs the body to create the health problem, the condition, the illness that someone's dealing with. And if I had heard this like 10 years ago, I don't know how I would have taken it. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious to talk too much about this, because I understand to start to have an understanding and awareness that any health issues that you're dealing with, any challenges that you're dealing with, that could be financial, that could be relationship based, or could be health based, which is typically my focus. But any struggle, any problem that you're dealing with, when we can take a step back and say, how did I contribute to this? What actions did I take that may have led to this or may have been a part of the struggle that I'm dealing with? At first, it can feel a little bit like a gut punch because it's like, holy crap, basically, are you saying that I was a part of this problem, that this problem didn't just show up out of nowhere? Because I remember going through part of the MS journey and blaming God and the universe and my family and medicine and all these things outside of me. And it's easier to blame this like outside of me kind of way of looking at things. And this is not meant to be about blame at all. So I should use my words differently, probably. But for a long time, I was looking to blame all of these things outside of myself for why I was dealing with the health problems I was dealing with. And the most empowering part was when I stopped focusing on pointing the finger over here and started looking inside and figuring out, how have I contributed to this? Because when you can start to take responsibility for, I was really pushing my limits. I wasn't giving my body the support that it needed to. I was taking care of everyone else and putting everyone else first. I was putting the oxygen mask on everyone else and not on myself. And that is so empowering when you start to realize, okay, well, because if I was a part of why this is here, that means I can be a part of the solution. I can be a part of fixing this. And that's why I created the Inner Circle membership, or weekly calls for people with MS, because even if you continue doing the things that you're doing right now, if we add one layer on top of that, that often can be a step in the right direction for people that leads to bigger change down the road. So, if you are someone who is living with MS, the second call in this membership is tomorrow. That's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And something that's been really interesting, I've been talking about MS kind of loosely for years now, but I've been more focused on it and something that I didn't expect to see. Generally speaking, I've seen predominantly women that come to me with MS concerns, and it's still the case. I still work with mostly women when it comes to MS, but I'm seeing a lot more men that are struggling and that are kind of recently diagnosed in the last 5 years with MS. And so my focus has been on women predominantly, but my goal moving forward for the month of October, I'm offering this inner circle group, these Tuesday calls for free. So come and check it out. Like my whole focus for October is to give you an amazing experience so that you love it and you want to be part of this. Because the whole point here is to build a community of people who are looking to raise their standard when it comes to health and when it comes to the quality of the life that they live. This group is not designed for just kind of complaining and getting together and talking about how crappy MS is. Yes, it can be challenging at times, but this group is about empowering and supporting each other to move towards a place of better health and well-being. I've been symptom-free for 9 years. I was diagnosed 20 years ago, and there was times when I didn't believe that was possible. And so I'm hoping that bringing people together will be able to kind of expand understanding of what is possible when it comes to living with this condition that we're told that basically there's nothing you can do except to take medication and just accept that your quality of life is going to decrease and your health is going to decline. And I wanna help raise that awareness and understanding, kinda globally would be amazing, but essentially as much as possible, and then we'll go from there. So, I'm opening this up to men as well, which is something I haven't done in the past. The objective here is if that there are enough men that show up to these calls, I'll split it and I'll do 2, because I do see the value in having a group just for women, and then we'll do a group just for men as well, if there's interest in that. If not, like I said, predominantly I have worked with women. And so if you are someone who's living with MS and would like to come check this out, like I like to give people really cool resources and tools that they can use, they can take forward and use anytime. Today I did on TikTok, I went live and I did like a quick hypnosis with people and gave them like a little control panel that they can just tuck in their pocket. And so if there's any time that they need to pull out this control panel and adjust and fine tune the dials to maybe turn up sensitivity if there's numbness so that they can feel things better. Or maybe turn down nerve pain. If there's nerve pain, you can turn that down. Or you could turn up energy. Energy is one that's common. And that's one of the ones too that you're always told, like, oh, you have MS. Of course you have fatigue. Really? Is that really true? Is there not more resources and possibilities for the body? Nothing that I do is meant to go against medical advice. That's disclaimer. I'm a holistic nutritionist, practicing hypnotist. I am not a doctor, but I have had lots of clients that have had incredible results from tuning into their body, starting to learn to listen and giving it the support that it needs. And really cool things happen. Better energy happens. Numbness goes away. Wobbly legs subsides. The tingling sensation. I had one woman recently who would lay in bed at night and she felt like her whole body was vibrating. In one session, one practice together, gone. That hasn't returned. Like these things are things that we can help our bodies not have to keep waving the red flag. Ultimately, symptoms are a message from the body that something's not right and something needs your support. But when it comes to a hyperactive nervous system, which nervous system's up here, immune system mimics that. So I'm not surprised to see hyperactive nervous system in many of the autoimmune MS clients that I work with because they mirror each other. So if we can bring the nervous system down, the immune system starts to go, okay, wait a thing. Okay. If I feel safe, I don't have to like react and freak out and attack as much as it used to in the past. So hypnosis, NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming, which is basically taking your old flip phone and updating it so that you're working with an operating system that's able to keep up with what the body needs for now. So tomorrow I will drop the link in the comments. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, it should be in the description for this. Sign up for the inner circle. It's completely free right now. And if you want to continue in future months as well, there is like a founding members price that I'm going to offer for the month of November. So yeah, sign up now if that's something that you're interested in. And if you don't want to continue, you can cancel anytime. But ultimately, yeah, my goal is to show up and just have a cool experience for people who are looking for things that they can do to help their body get back to a place where it's working towards better quality of life, better mobility, more energy, better focus. That was probably pain sucked. Don't get me wrong. Pain is crappy to be living in pain all the time. I was there. My biggest frustration was the cognitive stuff. The cognitive challenges are really hard. And I know something that can be, well, there's lots, but something that can be very demotivating. I'm grateful looking back now that I didn't go through my MS journey at a time of social media. Because to be honest, I go on TikTok all of the time. It's one of my main places where you'll find me. And I get bombarded with people that are basically like complaining and MS sucks and getting angry and mad at the people that are saying that there's stuff you can do for it and calling BS on all that. And it's like, how is it hurting to help someone take back their own power and start moving towards the quality of life that they want? So I'm going to keep doing it, even though I get like rude comments all the time with people that are like, oh, you're just in remission. I will do a live later talking about remission and how I personally will never use that language just because saying someone is in remission, this is just my opinion. In remission is basically saying there's some unconscious expectation that it could come back. And that's not the existence that I want to live in. 9 years symptom-free, I look at it as I no longer have MS. I don't associate with it except for the fact that I'm a coach that helps people improve their quality of life, live healthier, happier lives. And so here's a little thing I'll leave you with for today. This is the saying that I repeat daily to people. I have people repeating it and they tell me they get incredible results from it. Every day, I'm getting healthier and healthier. Every day, I'm getting healthier and healthier. Write it down, read it daily, say it out loud daily, and then let me know what comes up for you. I've had some awesome DMs from people saying, like, the wobbly legs are not wobbly anymore. There's more energy, there's better mental clarity, there's the like pain in their discomfort in their legs is not as like just things start to change when you start focusing on what you want. It's like programming where you want to go in your GPS or programming where you don't want to go in your GPS. It's going to take you whatever you're focusing on. So get your mind focusing on what you want, where you want to go to. Because when we put where we don't want to go in the GPS, then what happens when we get there? We get mad. We get mad that we got where we didn't want to go. Change what you're programming in your GPS. Change what you're thinking about over and over and over again. The unconscious mind is always looking to provide evidence of what we focus on. Focus on the health that you want, the quality of life that you want. Hey, this is a health related one, but focus on the partner that you want. If that's something that you're after, focus on the business that you want or the success that you want. Ultimately, it's up to you. So if you are someone with MS, check the link in comments. Make sure you sign up. Tomorrow is going to be a pretty fun one. We're going to talk about cause and effect and just kind of how you can have more impact with less struggle. So I hope to see you there. And otherwise, I'm Kate from